Hello out there in SIGT land and the rest of YouTube. This is Randy with another one of Randy's reviews. And this is the Sig P320. So, another friend of mine let me borrow another fine weapon today, and that's the Sig P320. We're here to review that and give it a fair shakedown and see what it does. I've got this loaded up with just some reloads, some lead rounds. If anybody wants to start donating some rounds to do some review, that would be nice. But right now all I'm doing is my reloads out of my money. But we're here today to talk about the P320. I've got, I think, about 13 rounds loaded up into it now. We're going to try some live fire testing to see how this does. Well, it made it through that mag pretty good. I wasn't really hitting too much, but that might be because of the lead rounds. I actually have to say, this gun has a good feel in the hand. The trigger is very nice and tight. Just a nice, easy pull. Not very loose. I have to say, I'm digging this pretty good. And so far, the controls actually seem to be pretty good. Looks like they have a nice ambidextrous slide release on this. And looks like it's going to be a pretty good gun. I like the way the grip feels. Let's go get another mag and we'll load up and try shooting some more. All right, got a fresh mag here. We're going to try this gun out again and see how it does. That's funny. That's two in a row. Let's see what we had a problem with. See if I can find that shell in all my other cases. Here we go. All right, so if you can see here, looks like we did have good strikes on that. They do look like they are hitting good. Might be some bad primers. I'm actually just going to throw these back in the mag and see if they actually light off. If they don't after two strikes, then we will be able to see right off the bat that these were not good rounds. I don't know if that was an actual light strike or not, but very questionable. Could be just bad primers or bad seating in the primer depth. That's the problem with shooting reloads. It's great for saving money, but occasionally you have problems. So we're going to get another mag here, load this thing up again, and try again. All right, back with the Sig P320. Another fresh mag to see how it does. Helps if I take out the old one. I have to say the slide release is not too bad. It's a little bit more recessed or not pronounced enough for what I'd like to see, but it actually, you rake it down pretty good with your thumb and works pretty good. paused there for a minute while I was firing. The gun felt kind of light, and might just been one of my reloads again. But actually, I have to say it's a pretty smooth, easy shooting gun. My impacts down there are kind of a little bit all over the place, but you know, could be because of the lead rounds. I know I had a SIG in the past, was shooting lead out of it. It didn't like it too well. So, you know, I actually have to, I'm just going to say on the functionality of this all, it actually seems to be pretty good so far, with the exception of the two rounds that happened to misfire, but it could have been my reloads. Like I said, it saves money, but reliability issues kind of go down a little bit. You can still get pretty fun with the reloads. So, so far, I have to say, it's a good feeling gun. Good, crisp break on the trigger. I really like the trigger on this. I like the feel of the overall gun. The grips on it could use a little bit of improvement to it. It's not the most perfect, but I have to say it's not the worst either. So good medium roundabout grips, got a good feel to it, good weight balance. You know, the feel of that gun. It looks pretty baller too, with that Picatinny coming all the way out to the front. You know, you got a lot of Picatinny. It looks like a big Magnum, even though this is just chambered in 9mm. So let's take it inside and let's take a look and break it down. Sig P320. This is in 9mm and comes with a 17-round mag. Pretty good high-capacity magazine there. The range review, as you might have seen earlier, there was a good feel to the actual grip of this gun. I mean, it sits in the hand very nicely. So the ergonomics of the gun, the way it feels in the hand, I have to say it's not the greatest thing I felt in my hand, but I have to say it's got a really good feel. So out of 5, I'm going to give this one a 4. I think it could be a little bit better, and maybe with a little bit of modification, they can make it so that you can modify the grips personally yourself and make it more personalized to your liking. So that's why I'm only giving it a 4. If they had maybe the modular grips or some way you could change this gun, I'd definitely give it a 5, because they've got a really good feel to this as of right now. I think with a little bit of personalization, it could have been a really great gun. The general construction of the gun is a very good, fine weapon. It's polymer lower. You got your steel upper here, your slide and all that. It's a very good, stout construction. I have to say, I really think, you know, when you're talking about SIG, you're talking about high quality weapons. So, you know, giving it anything less than 5 on construction, I have to say, you know, would be a joke. But so I'm going to give it a 5 on the construction. Very good, high quality constructed weapon. Very good, high quality parts, it seems like. But we're here to talk now about the controls and the safety of the Sig P320. So, as you can see here, I do not see any safety whatsoever on the Sig P320. So I'm going to have to ding you a point on that. I would really like to see some kind of safety, whether it be a passive safety or a manual safety of some sort like that. But absolutely no safety whatsoever. You know, point down for you, Sig. I wish I could see something there, but absolutely nothing. As far as the rest of the controls, I have to say I like the fact that the slide catch is ambidextrous, so it is on both sides. Now, you can see that there, but slide catch, so lefty or righty, we can use this either way. And actually, it's in a really good position, so just a swipe down of the thumb and we're good. It would be nice if it was a little bit more pronounced, but you know, I have to say it still functions really well. One of the things I actually like to do is with the magazine in the slide lock position, I like to actually see that I can sweep that down and do it. Sometimes the magazine followers are so stiff, you know, they don't allow you to do that, and that kind of lets me know that, you know, it's got a good purchase on my thumb when I'm sweeping that down. Reliability with this gun. The gun, of course, made by SIG, you know, high quality construction. So I can only assume that the reliability is going to be really good. Now on the range, you've seen a couple of problems I had. That was with you know, my reloads. All I have is the money for some reloads right now. So if you want to donate to that cause, great. Get a hold of me somehow, and I would gladly take your donations. The weight and the balance of this gun. This has an awesome feel in the hand. I mean, it is just nicely balanced. Now it feels high, and I know Sig's been known for this high bore access type deal, and it feels like there's a lot of weight up top, but while firing it, I mean, that was very minimal in comparison to anything else I fired. I mean, I couldn't really feel the weight difference while I was firing the gun or bring it back on target or anything. And the sights are also very high quality construction too. You know, so, you know, everything lined back up. That weight was great. Everything just dropped right back in alignment and everything like that. I have to say on this, I think they actually have some modularity to this, and this says full medium. So I think they're saying this is a full size frame and this is a medium length. I think you can get this in a longer length, and I think this is going to be a modular gun, to where you can adjust the barrel and the slide and everything else like that, and have one lower, one, you know, registered part of your gun and turn it into many different things. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more, and if anybody else has a different size of this and would let me borrow it for a little bit, and I can borrow this one back, I'd like to review the modularity of this gun. I think that would be a pretty neat function. You know, out of the controls and the safety, I'm going to give you a 3 on the controls and safety. I'm going to give you a 4.5 on the reliability, just because I haven't worked with this weapon, and also on my reloads, it didn't seem to like a couple of them. So it could have been the reloads, could have been the gun. And on the weight and balance, I'm going to give you a 5. Really good weight and balance ratio. You know, didn't feel very funky or off kilter. So, you know, the overall gun, you know, I'd say an overall rating of everything, I have to give you a good, strong, solid 4. You know, very good gun. It seems to be very good. All right, so now we're going to do the breakdown of the Sig P320. First, you know, make sure our mag's out, our gun is clear. All right, so I'm going to lock the slide back. And as you can see here, we have a little lever on the side. You just rotate that lever down all the way till it clicks over. We let the slide go. Bam, we're free and clear. You know, when we take that spring out. This is something I like to see on the springs. They are pre-compressed, so you don't have a lot of just loose, lappy spring when you're going to put it all back together. And the barrel slides out really nice and easy, just like most modern automatic weapons. So the breakdown, and you know, that is a very easy breakdown. And you know, you can clean that. Of course, this has not been cleaned because we just got done firing it. So, you know, I'm just going to put this back together. We'll clean it up later for the owner and bring it back to him all nice and spiffy. But I'm not going to show you the actual cleaning process. And putting the gun back together is as simple as put the barrel back in. Make sure the big disc on the slide is on the back side and the little pin goes on the front. That slides in, slips down, clips into place. And then you want to make sure that, you know, you get right in those tracks. And I'm going to show you here those tracks. We're going to get right in there. I'm going to take the gun, push it back to the lock back position, flip the lever back over, slide forward, and we're back off and running. So, you know, the breakdown, takedown of that, I have to give you a 5. Perfect breakdown, takedown. Good job, Sig.